USB drives. I mean, now that I can get 4 gig ones, enough to install an OS, for free with press kits about new products or whatever on them, they've got to do something pretty special in order to grab my attention, especially if they come from a company that doesn't normally even make USB drives like VisionTek. Corsair Gaming RGB keyboards feature precision Cherry MX RGB key switches for 16.8 million color per key backlighting for virtually unlimited customization. Click now to learn more. So this isn't VisionTek's first portable SSD. They actually had a product that let you plug an mSATA SSD into a little enclosure, then connect that to your PC via USB 3. Although it's certainly their much more elegant one. So much like the 900696, the 900718, they really got to work on their product names, promises much better performance than a normal high-capacity USB drive by using an LSI Sandforce 2281 SSD controller, yeah, the same kind that a desktop SSD would use, rather than a normal thumb drive controller to interact with the flash chips on the drive. But this time, instead of some kludgy dongle and fragile mSATA drive, you're getting a solid aluminum housing, one that is evidently assembled in the USA, if that kind of thing is important to you, that is both heavy and rugged feeling enough for me to be fairly confident that I could kill a man with it. Ugh. Sorry, I didn't tell him I was going to do that, if the need arose. It also has a metal keychain loop on one end, a nice upgrade from the last SSD controller-based USB drive I checked out, and a standard rubber USB port cover, a significant downgrade from other designs that I've seen that is sure to get lost quite quickly. And then the last nice thing I have to say about it physically, completing the shit sandwich, is that compared to that other drive, it's much skinnier, making inserting it into closely spaced ports much easier. A bit more on specs before we jump into benchmarks though. It's backwards compatible with USB 2, but obviously works best on a USB 3 port with support for UASP, a data transfer protocol that's better optimized for random reads and writes. And VisionTek claims that you can achieve up to 445 megabytes per second read and 440 megabytes per second write, well above what we were able to do with our Flash Voyager GTX from Corsair. The only other similar SSD in your pocket based product that we've seen. So here we are. We've got a pretty simple benchmark suite today. Blackmagic's disk speed test gives us a really clear idea of how this drive will perform in what is, in my daily life anyway, a typical workload by reading and writing compressible data to and from the drive. It should be noted that it's important that the data is compressible for a Sandforce-based drive like this because it will not perform nearly as well with incompressible data, especially given how few flash chips there are on the drive itself. So, while it appears that I wasn't able to replicate the numbers from the box, this is still one wicked fast USB drive, about the same speed as our Angelbird SSD to go pocket that is considerably bulkier and more expensive, but then also available in higher capacities. We've got a 120 gig version of the VisionTek here, but there's also a 240 gig, and that is pretty much it. Now, it should be noted, guys, when looking at these results, that you will need to be cognizant of what USB 3 controller you're using on your computer, because if you have an older one, you might not see numbers this high with anything. The Voyager GTX, the VisionTek USB 3 120 gig solid state drive, man, they gotta work on their product names, or the Angelbird. So, thank you guys for watching. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, leave a comment if your feelings are more complicated than this. Also, check out the link in the video description. You can buy a cool t-shirt like this one, give us a monthly contribution, or change your Amazon bookmark to one with our affiliate code so we get a small kickback whenever you buy USB drives. Woo! Look at all the USB drives. Thanks again for watching, and as always, don't forget to subscribe.